disappeared. What's really happening in detention centers. I want to talk now about something that is very difficult for people to face, but absolutely necessary if we're going to understand the full picture. And that is what's happening inside our detention centers. I'm not going to get graphic with you, but I am going to reference the Amnesty International study on this. I do not believe the American public has any idea what these places have become. We keep imagining detention centers the way they're shown on TV dramas, holding cells, paperwork, people waiting for hearings, people visiting. But the truth is far darker. And the truth is that these facilities have become laboratories of neglect, and in some cases, I believe, laboratories of something much worse. Because here's the key. These detention centers are not under federal oversight. They're under state oversight. And the difference between the federal and state oversight is the difference between sunlight and a locked basement. When you remove federal standards, when you remove inspections, when you remove transparency, you create the perfect conditions for abuse. And again, we know because Amnesty International documented it that people inside these centers have been denied medical care, denied contact with family, denied basic hygiene, beaten, isolated, and in many cases, disappeared. Families cannot find their loved ones, phones go unanswered, records vanish, names are misspelled. And every time someone tries to investigate, the answer's the same. We don't have jurisdiction. And the question I keep asking, the one nobody seems to want to answer, is what exactly is happening to the people who vanish? What is being done to them? Because history has shown us, and I'm talking about Germany in the 1930s, Argentina in the 1970s, Chile under Pinochet, that when you have powerless people locked away without oversight, they become targets for the ugliest kinds of experimentation. And I want to be careful here because I'm not claiming to know every fact, but I'm also not going to pretend that I don't see the pattern. Number one, science funding is being gutted. Real research, peer-reviewed, ethical, transparent, is being starved. Number two, private billionaires want exclusive access to emerging technologies. AI, biotech, neurotech, behavioral conditioning, the cutting-edge fields. Number three, detention centers operate in the dark. No oversight, no reporting, no press access. Number four, people inside are legally vulnerable, isolated, and unprotected. Many have no lawyers. Many have no English. Many have no relatives here. We already have documented black site behavior in American history. That is not speculation, that is fact. So when you put all those pieces together, what conclusion are we supposed to draw? Because abuse alone is bad enough, but the conditions for experimentation are there. The incentives are there. The secrecy is there. And if we were looking at another country, we would call this what it is. A human rights crisis with the potential for crimes against humanity. But because it's happening here on our soil, under our flag, we're told it's complicated. It's bureaucratic. It's immigration. No, it is not immigration. It's impunity. It's intentional neglect. It's the quiet creation of zones of human disposability. And remember, these centers are connected to everything we talked about earlier because the same logic that allows a president to bomb a fisherman, the same logic that allows deported citizens to be used as bargaining chips between El Salvador and Venezuela, the same logic that allows foreign leaders to negotiate over human beings like they're trading cattle, is the logic that sees people inside detention centers as raw material, not as citizens, not as guests, not as human beings, but as something to use. And this is why the phrase, never again, matters. Because never again doesn't only apply to concentration camps, it applies to every early warning sign. The secrecy, the disappearance, the dehumanization, the loss of oversight, the rhetoric that paints certain people as expendable. People always ask, in the aftermath, how could these things have happened? How did no one stop it? And the answer is always the same. Because ordinary people didn't notice the shift until it was too late. Because the abuses were hidden behind bureaucracy. Because each step seemed small until the whole structure was in place. And I am telling you, we are seeing these steps right now. not in black and white newsreels from the past, in real time. And this is part of the new political architecture. This is part of the new map of power. Corporations get the land, billionaires get the cities, foreign leaders get the leverage, and the people with no power get silence. And what is happening in these detention centers is not an accident or an oversight. It is a symptom of a government that no longer sees human beings as human. This has been Behind the Curtain IMO. Thank you for watching this episode. If this message resonated with you, share it with someone who needs to hear it. Every conversation helps us see more clearly, understand more deeply, and stand together more strongly. Join me for the next episode as we continue uncovering the pattern we were never meant to see. And as we take one more step toward the America we know is possible. Until then, stay aware, stay compassionate, and stay hopeful.